Hey everybody, and welcome back to No Man's Land in our farm build series. Just realized what time it was, and I needed to add a mod. So bear with me as the map loads up. How is everybody doing this afternoon? TGH 2015, thank you very much for that comment. We're actually down at the winery working right now. Well, once it boots up. Waylon, what is up? Alright, let's get some workers working. I had to add vehicle inspector because I got a whole lot of workers going on here and well, trying to keep track of everything. Why are you not? Let's get you positioned right. Bill, what is up? I had like 4 different helpers running, and then I thought, you know what, I need vehicle inspector so I can keep track of everything. Alright, that is running. Get him working again. And we got a weeder running up here. And then we'll get back down here doing what we were doing. There we go. All right. Now we can get back to work. Okay, we're going to have all of our winery work done before the Antonio Cario DLC comes out. But that's just the way things work some days. Is anybody planning on getting back into wine or olives once the DLC drops? Let me know down in the comments, or let me know in the live stream, I should be saying. I've done the vines that came with the map. We'll move over to all the ones that we placed the other day. Robert, how are you doing? Thank you for asking. She's doing pretty good. Just lay down for a little bit of a rest. I can fully understand that, Bill. I can fully understand that. There's been DLCs in 17 and 19 that I wouldn't have gotten if all I was doing was playing the game that I got because of the channel. The John Deere, aka McCormick DLC for one. John Deere Cotton DLC would have been one that I would have not gotten on my own right. I just don't do cotton with any frequency really to make, picking up a round cotton baler all that impressive. That's where, people were asking when 422 came out if they should get the season pass, and that was pretty much my answer was, if you're the kind of person that will ultimately end up buying all the DLC content anyway, then the season pass will inevitably save you some money. But if you're the player that picks and chooses what they buy, then I would maybe not until you had more of announcements to know is it really going to be worth your money or not. Because there are completely different types of players that will have completely different interests. Typically, I would do this work individually. Is mulching even doing anything? I don't think mulching is even doing anything, so we're gonna turn that off and not mess with it. But I can't fault anybody for making the most of their money. I had some ideas on some additional decoration that we could do down here at the winery. I could put some barrels down, right? They age wine in barrels. So I could just scatter some barrels around. Sammy boy, what is up? Oh, did I type it wrong in the pinned post? Here we go! Everybody, and welcome back to... Let's turn that off. What's it doing? Welcome back to No Man's Land in our farm build series. We are down here working at our winery. Doing some tending to our grapevines. We've got a lot more work to do. We are busy planting our sunflowers. We're planting some of our oats. We've got a weeder running. We've got roller crops. Try to get all that done this game day, because when April comes around, we have soybeans and corn to put in the ground, as well as some grass to mow. But before that, this video is brought to you by Rabbit Rob and Brett Pruitt. Thank you for being farm barons. Look, Sammy boy, I got it right. I got it right in the overlay. And big shout out to TJH 2015 for saying that the winery looked incredible from the thumbnail. So hope you're still watching. And you agree that it looks incredible here in the game now that we are in. Too bad you can't hire a helper to, well, we could. We can hire a helper to do this run, and then we'd have to, Mr. Frenchie. Mr. Frenchie here, he's my vineyard manager. A little much to have to hire him every time you make a pass, right? It's a little much. At any rate. Okay, we need to finish this field off because hired helpers don't like islands, right? So we've got to fill this in. I've got to help this guy out over here. We'll get him started so I can do that work. He's just about done that. Then we're going to have to roll these two fields as we continue to do our vineyard work. Job's never done down here on No Man's Land Farm. I don't know. Now I'm thinking if Rabbit Rob likes his mustache, maybe Rabbit Rob has a fantastic mustache also. Would that be the case, everybody? Did Rabbit Rob have a fantastic mustache? Let's get this guy rolling. I went ahead and did a round around the field. Gotta help this guy get turned around. Oh-ho! Frenchie! Robert, how are you doing today? Yeah, we gotta pay attention to our def and fuel, remember. If you run out of either, You guys will never let me live it down. You never do. He's doing his job. Finish this field off manually. How many of you all use the character customization with any regularity? You go in and change your clothes every game day? That'd be awesome. I seem to have a whole ton of Case IH sweatshirts. DJH 2015, there you are. I don't know if you saw. Thank you so much for your comment. Hope you like the farm. If this is your first time making your way into the live stream, around this island area. But I do wish when you weeded right after seeding you had some visual confirmation of what the heck you've done. Right? Because here we can see a color change a little bit in the ground, but if you're weeding right after this, you'll never see a difference. There we go. Can we squeezed in here? Can we make it? Oh, barely. Oh, barely. We're just going to rip down our fence. Rip down our fence. It's just some soybeans. We're gonna put soybeans over here next month. So go ahead and get this guy prepped. Where is it? There we are. I know he was here somewhere. So many steps. So last night's live stream, some folks were saying that they have given up on doing all these steps. What steps do you all do with the regularity with respect to field work. You bother rolling, mulching, or preventative weeding? I would really suggest weeding, unless you turn weeds off, because that is a pretty big yield percentage difference between a weeded and non-weeded field. But rolling and mulching is so minimal, I think. Welcome. Altoona Gaming, Colton Fertilize. You turn off weeds and stones. Done here in a minute. We'll have to finish that field off. Then we'll be able to get back to our winery. R.D. Darnell has turned off stones and weeds. I tell you what, weeds, I can deal with weeds in 22 a lot better than I could deal with weeds in 19. Weeds in 19, inevitably they would grow like right before your crop was ready to harvest, and you're like, ah, you've ruined my entire harvest because weeds popped in like right before. Genetic J. Stones, I can get with you on that. Stones seem to be a bit too much, a bit too many. That's why on this one I'm using a disc harrow, because disc harrows don't bring up the stones, and the fact that I am preventative weeding. Just want to run a weeder right over the field after seeding and planting, then you never see weeds anyway. So the fact that a disc harrow causes more weeds, well, we negate that problem. JFK precision farming is coming in what, 6 weeks? Wonderful, have fact sheets for the precision farming equipment. I don't know how much more equipment we're definitely going to have crop sensors. It was plural in the blog post, I'm pretty sure, so that means at least 2 different types of crop sensor, maybe different working widths, or possibly they detect different things. Right? That might be another reason why you'd have different sensors, is they detect different things. We got back to this guy just in time to finish off this field. We were talking about precision farming yesterday. For anyone that wasn't part of that live stream, I think crop sensors are going to act differently than they were in 19, because if you remember, crop sensors were a independent mod in 19, not by Giants, but by someone else. I don't remember at the moment. the way they worked in 19 is basically a crop sensor was a glorified soil sampler that did live soil samples, right? But I don't think we're going to have that functionality with the crop sensors in 22 because it's going to be a Giants delivered product. I think crop sensors are going to behave more realistically in 22, where we're going to have to scan crop that is growing. And then once we scan the growing crop, we will know what that particular field needs, and maybe in the way of nitrogen. So we may have different fertilizers. Think about that, right? We have different fertilizer now, different mixes, different named mixes. Maybe we're going to need different fertilizer for different, it's going to provide different amounts of nitrogen into the soil. And we'll have to use the crop sensor to figure out which fertilizer we're going to need to use. A lot of different speculation for sure on how things may or may not work. All will be revealed in a few weeks, and hopefully more will be revealed after the DLC drops with respect to how we'll be interacting with things. Yeah, the ability to buy a soil map is really going to be great because, you know, taking a bunch of soil samples around a big field was always a pretty big burden on starting up a new map. And then I don't know how many ran into it, but I think it was like, what, 6 harvests? Every 6 harvests you had to soil sample again. I ran into that on our Griffin, Indiana gameplay, where we were able to double crop fields, and after 3 years of gameplay, boom, we had to run soil samples. That was something that, I don't know, a lot of people didn't run into. Gaming Joy, there's not a command. We've been running for 28 minutes. Yeah, right. You'll have a Genetic J. You'll have a company come in. You know, local co-op will be hooked up to come in and take samples of your fields, and then provide you with a kind of a nitrogen management plan. How many pounds of nitrogen you need to apply to your soil, in what parts of the field, or what fields specifically. All right, that is going to be good enough coverage on that field, which will end at that planting. Looks like our weeder is done for the most part. All this animations. switch this over to corn. That's what we're going to seed next. Our plant next. I'm doing pretty good at gaming. Joy got some new and noteworthy videos done. I think I've got 5 recorded. And I've got 5 maps I need to take a look at after the stream. Figure out if any of them are any good. Oh, last week I looked at like 8 maps, and I think I had 3 that I finally did videos on. We're going to be double-heading live stream today again, where we're going to have the Valley of the Old Farm. No, sorry. Old Streams Farm. Where did I get that from? We're going to have Old Streams Farm live stream tonight. This staged over here. April's going to be an excellent time to get this grass mowed. Some grass in our hay dryer. Or if we had a weeding overlay, not just an overlay showing weeds, but a weeding overlay showing what needed weeding and what didn't need weeding. That would be awesome. Polar J, welcome to the stream. Yeah, so many are not finished, and so many could be so much better with just a little bit more fine tuning. Let's see. Oh, we need to do a pass there. Or maps that have been broken as a result of 1.3 with the whole change with respect to the animated objects functionality, and then basically them being abandoned at this point, and no one's ever going to go back and fix them, right? I think we're running into that scenario too. Like, oh no, I've moved on to a completely different project. I'm not coming back to that map. Well, thank you for abandoning a whole bunch of players that were enjoying your work. That was a very nice kind of bonus feature with 19, wasn't it? Precision farming. Oh, this pass right here. All right, we need to do another pass. Weeder over here. Haven't heard anything with respect to the whole weeder knocking back grass. I put that post in when we discovered the issue. What was it? Wednesday, maybe? this thing out of the way. My dude's so awesome, he walks backwards. He's like, I can so no look this. FS22 time lapse. What is up, sir? Uh-oh. Oh no! Terra Farmer, that is no good. No good. Polar J. I have none. I have no favorite tractor brand. We're using Fence on this series just because I wanted to. And over on what are we using over on the old stream? We're actually using Fence over there too, but not because it's my favorite. It's just I wanted to. Well, be sure to use New Holland on the next series. Terra Farmer has his PC. That's good news for everyone. Glad UPS could come through with a Saturday delivery for you. I tell you what, Terra Farmer, you're going to find that your credit card is going to be the last place you look. This way it always works out. So anyone looking to pick up the new Antonio Cario DLC, and maybe you're not willing to spend your own money on it, well, how about you make me spend my money? I'm going to be giving away 3 copies. First copy is going to be given away on March 8th. Second copy is going to be given away on March 15th. And then the third and final copy is going to be given away on March 22nd, release day, for the Antonio Cario DLC. We're also going to need to move our Monday night convoy night for the 21st because holding to Giants is typical release behavior. The DLC will be released on the Giants website at midnight, March 22nd, which equates out to 6 p.m. Eastern time for me on Monday, May 21st. So no convoy night Monday, March 21st. We'll have to convoy Sunday, March 20th instead, because we're going to be live streaming the Antonio Cario DLC on Monday the 21st and on Tuesday the 22nd. Terraformer, I thought the way it usually worked was the instant you hang up the phone from canceling it, it's like right beside the phone. That's how I thought things worked. It is detached. Oh, I guess it wasn't. I talked about wanting to decorate a little bit more down here. I want to put in some barrels. I'm pretty sure there's barrels in this alien gym pack. That's the wrong kind of barrel. Oh, here we go. We have some casks. I'll put over here. got a couple right here. Now I'll put a couple more ones. Wouldn't it be cool if we could change the color of our truck? That would be neat. Being able to change the color of the truck would be cool. You know, this fits. I don't know why. Oh, what if we did that? We could put this over here. I don't want to put it in the way. Yeah, we could do this. And then we can put like little tasting tables under here. Right. And then we have some matching chairs. Oh no! You little son of a... Where's my wine? Oh, we want to place. Do we have placeable wine bottles? Wouldn't that be amazing if we had placeable wine bottles? I don't think we do. I don't think we have placeable wine bottles. Got a little more decoration. Big improvement. It is the it's all by Alien Jim. All by Alien Jim. In the Giants mod hub. He has a placeable vehicles pack, decorations pack, and objects pack. I think is what they're called. Let me see if I can find them easy enough. Mods. No Man's Land, which is going to then... Are you serious? I type in No Man's Land and I get I get seriously 11 pages worth of oh, how about this? Alien Gem, and I actually get what I want. There you go. There you go. That'll take you to all of Alien Gem's FS22 mods. There's a placeable house pack, or building pack, a placeable objects pack, a placeable vehicles pack. Just to name a few. No, I help us to stop. Let's get these going. Now, I was gonna search No Man's Land just to get the Alien Gem so I could then find the other stuff, because heaven forbid if I type placeable or building or something. We'll get this finished, we'll start him over there. We'll get our weeder started here, and then we'll go back. And we're just jumping all over the place. Aaron, what is up? Yeah, High Man Games. Basically, if you don't put a space between your sentences, if you put a word, period, word, Streamlabs an idiot. They'll think you're trying to put a link in. Calvin, what is up? So, like, Terraformer was wanting to know if I would, I think he made a comment about, hope I release this game save when I'm done, and you know what? Curious if other people would be interested in it. I hadn't really much thought about it because there's just so many mods that are activated. I have to iterate through and maybe get an app to print out the mod folder contents to a text file, and then include that with the game save. And then you'd have to hunt down the mods yourself, but most of them are in the new and noteworthy playlist or over on the Giants Mod Hub. Diablo del Toro. Yeah, there's our build. Whole bunch of stuff. Still a lot of room to grow. And then we were talking last night about a friendly PC versus console multiplayer competition that I'm hoping to get fired up in April. Where we will have a predominantly console content creator, will be doing the console side of the challenge or of the competition. I will be leading the team PC side of the competition. Same map, same mods between the two servers, same set of rules or guidelines, and we'll basically see who comes out on top as the bestest Farm Sim 22 platform. All right, come on, PC guys. This one is for all the marbles, so we can't mess up. So I think we're going to try to shoot for teams of 10. Doors on TPC. So the map's not been selected yet. We still got a few weeks to see what type of map comes out. The console guys are going to pick the map. Driver 53, Rabid Rob. Driver 53 has, he thinks it's a great idea. So Driver 53 is our console team captain. And remember, it's all in good fun, good nature entertainment. So we still need to narrow down our terms of play, but it's probably going to mirror the Team Red versus Team Green challenge we did back in 2021. Not a rather problem plating. You can't be a participant on both sides. That's not going to work. Higher that. So a couple of terms of play that I know are definitely going to be included. Forestry's banned, no forestry. Because inevitably any of these challenges just turns into who can cut down the most trees. So forestry is off limits. Inevitably, if it turns down to who has the biggest bank account, then silage becomes the predominant thing if forestry doesn't exist, so that's not going to be a goal either. No, Schultze, no. We're going to try to engineer around points. Point system related to production, related to animals, and maybe we'll introduce weekly challenges that need to be sprung on players. We'll see. It's going to be fun. But ultimately, in the end, it needs to be around statistics that we can pull at the end of the month. Anya, what is up? I'm doing good. Now, typically when we do these types of challenges, mods are fixed and they're not updated. But I'm thinking we're going to have to probably allow mod updates because of the console side. They can't run different mod folders. So if they update a mod, they can't really go back and non-update it So I think we're gonna have to. I think we're gonna do mod updates. But when we update the mod on one server, we have to update it on the other server to keep everything in line. But I do want to have it where no new mods are added. So once we start, the mods are how they are. We'll update them, but we won't add new ones. And my thought process around that is, well, let's say someone has information that a mod is coming to the mod hub that's going to do something, and it's going to be for all platforms. Well, if that particular individual has that knowledge, maybe they're going to strategize their gameplay around that mod coming out, which could put them at an advantage or a disadvantage. What if that mod never shows up, right? So the idea is when the challenge starts, the mods are fixed, other than I think we're going to have them allow updates. Polar, we're doing a live stream series on Old Stream Farm. We'll be doing that tonight. We'll be up to, we've done 7 live streams on that map so far. Go. It's like, I know you didn't finish weeding. Well, that lovely weeder just removing my grass. Well, there's a lot of things different between FS22 and previous iterations, so. But yeah, Old Stream Farm is a classic. It is a farm sim classic for sure. I'll let him go. He's rolling away. Let's get back to this. So yeah, we've got a playlist of our Old Stream Farms live streams. You see what we've done if you want to go back and check that out. We started with a start with a farm manager. So we had $1.5 million. We bought some land, we bought some equipment, and we are now into spring in our second year. Oh, the age-old question of there's little gnomes come in at night, and they're known for being mischievous and wrapping cords together while you sleep. I wish we could use guided steering, but we can't because of the width that the grapevines take up. Anya, sorry about that. Maybe you need to go take a nap. See our wheat field over here. Thanks. How are you doing? To step back. I usually don't use a lot of hired helpers, but we have so much work we gotta get done. There's no way we're gonna get it done without their assistance. And if you could have one cultivator that is wide enough to do both, you know, one run, instead of having to come around and hit both sides of the grapevine. There's no way you can single pass with this thing. We gotta make our way up and down this 4 times. Because at this point we have cultivated on either side of one row when we complete. Then we'll have to hit the other side. not to keep running into the poles. Well, I think it's one of the reasons why people don't mess with grapes and olives at the moment is the desire for something a little bit more efficient. Right? So we're gonna have to make 4 passes up and down this little section, this vineyard area here. And then we gotta do the same thing over there. Make 4 passes up and down in order to do all of that. And then if we're going to use our mulcher, well, then that would be 4 passes up and down. But of course you're done then until they grow. But if you could just make 1 pass, right, to increase the yield. So it's hard, but okay, so yield bonus 72%. Right over here, yield bonus is let's go over here where it's not done. So over here we have a yield bonus of 75% and it is fully fertilized. Basically, it relates to yield. Until I get all of this done, I'm not going to be able to show you that percentage change. Yeah, we won't be able to mulch this until we have grass growth, which should be next month. Caleb, what's up? And Barnacles, what is up? Alright, Anya, thanks for dropping by. Yeah, once I get with this area, I gotta go figure out what my helpers need on the other field. We'll also need to come through here and fertilize our grapes at some point. Oh, how is Gran Turismo? But too bad it's a console or Sony PlayStation exclusive. you can set your own width for sure. There's also a minimum width. I don't think I had the measure mod installed, so I can't really measure them at this point. Oh no, it's a... No one likes microtransactions. Well, everyone's, you know, it's all about trying to keep that cash flow coming in. Erlengrant has smaller and larger fields. If you want, go ahead and check out my map tour of Erlengrant. It would be in the Farm Sim 22 First Impressions playlist. There's also a European map playlist that it would be in. Let me just see here. I don't think I have measure installed. So, but when you come in here to, you know, place them, see, they'll snap. They'll snap to a certain width. You can place it anywhere you want, but they'll snap to a specific width and be no closer than that. But what that width really is, I'm not sure. We need to go on the other side of that island. And the rollers still got work to do. I enjoyed Elm Creek for the bit of time that we played on that. But to each their own. Elm Creek has smaller fields, some larger fields, but most of those fields can be merged to make some pretty mega fields if you wanted to. Haute-Belleroune has some larger fields just by its existence. And then Erlengrant has a whole lot of grass up on the hills and a few fields down in the lowlands. So overall, they're all fairly different from each other. Triple, aka Noah 12. Thank you for being a farmhand for 9 months. Congratulations on that. Caleb likes the French map. Farmer, what's that the video of? Hours on Hulk Bed of the Room. Old Stream Farm has drawn Diablo del Toro in. It's like an alternate dimension, he just can't get out of it. Altona Gaming is all about hobos. Hobos Farm. Hobos Farming Adventure. Schultz has gotten bit by the modding bug. Be careful, the modding bug is strong with the force. Driving down the roads. Thank you, Bob. We're just having a little fun. This is our kind of our creative series. We just added a bunch of money and said, let's go to town. Find a little bit of everything. There we go. I'm not sure how I got off, but oh well. Doing a great job. Get this done. I do like how we can just trim back the grapes after they're done. Right, plants once, never have to mess with it again. Bob, that's all right. Subscribe when you're ready. Glad you could drop by and enjoy it. Nonetheless, are you still saving up? Is it shipped? Are you still thinking about one? I do like how easy it is to place these vines and groves now that they added snapping. Before it was so hard to get a nice even spacing. Oh, maybe it'd make an excellent, let's see, what comes up next? We got, people don't usually buy St. Patrick's Day presents, so that doesn't make sense. April doesn't have any real gift buying holidays, does it? May, you have Mother's Day. you could buy your wife a computer and then just use it all the time. Well, I mean, I guess March, you have March Madness, right? The NCAA tournament. That's a perfect gift-giving holiday right there. And then finally, pass number 4. Father's Day is in June, but I don't know if Diablo del Toro wants to wait. Oh, your birthday's in April. Well, that is perfect, right? A perfect time. Oh, let's go. Yeah, you do. On new farmer mode, you start out with 1 or 2 fields. They're not big. Right there at the main farm. Because one of them's ready to harvest right away. At least this grove in front of us is smaller. Erlengrot, you start out with, I think you start out with some grass areas. So if you go check the lands, I think you start out with some grass. Erlengrot is predominantly grass. You do start out with some cows, so pretty much start out with everything you need in order to keep them going. Wicked Wolf Gaming, what's if you herb the grapevines? don't understand what herb means. What do you mean use? You mean use this to prune them? This? Is that what you're talking about? To prune the grapes after harvest? Oh, herbicide. Salty Muffin, I do not know anything about PS5s or PS4s with respect to the side panel. Nothing that's definitive. I know the side panel worked on Farm Sim 19 for PS4 and probably PS5, but if it works in 22, I do not know. Sony and doing their Sony ways of blocking third-party peripherals. Remember, that is a platform that you all bought into. Just like Apple. You better use it the way Apple says you should use it, or you're not going to use it. Seems Sony is the same way. Use it the Sony way or no way. Okay, we're almost done. I think we'll spray the field. I don't know. I'd heard rumors that the code was left in for it to work by accident in 19, and they made sure the code wasn't left in 22. But I don't have one to know. But it wouldn't surprise me because the side panel doesn't have any sort of PlayStation branding on it. my Rustmaster 300 or T300 RS wheel and pedal. I still have the box for that. It's got a big PlayStation logo on it. It says for PlayStation 4 and 3, and likely PlayStation 5, Gran Turismo Edition. So there you have that tie-in for PlayStation also. And then there is a equivalent Xbox, but you can't take the T300 RS and plug it into an Xbox. It won't work. There's an Xbox version that's a completely different product that will work on Xbox and PC, but won't work on PlayStation. Yeah, Nintendo is Apple. Well, Nintendo, if you... So there's a book on Audible. Seriously, I suggest every player, every gamer, listen to this Audible book or get the ebook, read it, get the paper book if it exists and read it. It's called Console Wars. It's all about the Sega and Nintendo wars of the 80s and 90s. And it gives you a good mindset about the mentality of console manufacturers. And kind of the open versus closed platform. Sega was more open platform. Nintendo is very, very much closed platform. And really they were the initiators of the Apples of the world with their closed platform. Sony, Microsoft, their closed platform. Basically, you play the game the Nintendo way, or you don't play it at all. Joe, I have no idea if any mod will be making it to console because it requires the mod author to submit it to Giants. Now, what I did learn from Giants this week is that every mod that is submitted, barring licensing, is tested for console. So every mod that is sent in is tested to see if it will pass for console. Barring any licensing or branding problems. Let me just see. That is taking fertilizer. It looks like it is. I haven't downloaded the mod myself to know if it has any additional scripting in it. The King, welcome to the live stream. Oh, this feels rough. This is the old grape orchard or grape vineyard. taking fertilization. I'm not gonna mess with turning this off because it uses so little. I'm wondering if I can skip a row. I'm gonna skip a row and see what happens. Polar, if you're asking which I prefer, pretty much neutral. I should be able to skip every row. Shouldn't have to worry about going up and down every single lane. When you can see it, when you see the spray hit by the sun, right, it really shows up. Imagine using the new Antonio Cario, what is it? The Tony 10900 SR. That was in the fact sheet. That's got an articulated, it's an articulated tractor with rear steer or with rear reverse drive. You could really make a tight turn and come back the next row without having to stop and back up. So our roller is done over there. We're going to need to clean it up, and then we'll get our weeder started. We'll do that after we get done spraying this. Birds are going up and down the vines that don't exist yet. So what would you like to see added? So let's think. 36 minutes to upload. Oh man, you don't have a flash drive. Big flash drive, move that stuff around real quick. The affiliate link, yes, is season pass only. I don't have any sort of affiliations with console stores. Because if you go to Giants and you pick like you want to buy it through PlayStation, it's just going to take you to the PlayStation store, I guess. Well, Big T Farms I don't know if it matters, but the Kubota engines are powering the Antonio Carrillo machines, at least most of them, many of them. See no evil, welcome to the stream. So, you know, the question is, if the Antonio Carrillos have Kubota engines in real life, will they have, quote, Kubota engines in the game? And is that somehow, probably not, right? Kubota engines are probably completely different from Kubota tractors. But the last part of the first year season pass is a map expansion. And typically with Farm Sim, when they have done a map expansion, they've introduced a new crop. The only time they didn't do that was with Erlenbrot in FS19, and they kind of introduced new textures for grass, but they didn't really introduce a new crop. So if they were to introduce a new crop, what would they introduce? Royal mess of this now, aren't we? Oh, we sprayed this entire area and we've only gone through, what, 6% of our spray. The yield bonus is 84%. What is this 64% fertilized jump? I guess it's because we're kind of mixed up where the roads were versus where the grass was. Yeah, sugar beets are other plant material for silage. Would be an interesting way of making use of product. Schultz wants tree shakers. Shake them nuts. Right, shake them nuts. Yeah, I mean, right, orchards aren't too far of a stretch from olive trees. Different tree model, different tree spacing. You draw them out the same way you draw out olive trees. Then maybe there's a watering or a manure initiative. We do have a narrow manure spreader that is designed for olives and grapes right now. I found that out by accident. So yeah, some tree shakers with the little tarp that wraps around the tree to capture the fruit. That would be cool. You can make applesauce, apple juice. Take the cherries down to the bakery, make cherry pies. Possibilities are endless. Totes of apples, right? Maybe instead of pallets, they spawn totes. Or like Hoff Bergman little boxes, little crates. More specialty purposed harvesting equipment for more like root crops or ground vegetables. On the old vineyard they are. The small little vineyard where that is included with the map is a little bit further apart than the ones that I placed, yes. We'll get this guy rocking and rolling. Oh, is it like this? There's a little toad here. Right. Ryan, what is up? Welcome to the stream. We've got about 10, 15 more minutes before we're going to call it an evening, or at least in a stream for this one. We'll be back in 4 hours for our second live stream of the day, which is going to be the Old Stream Farm live stream. We try to do double header live streams on the weekends. Probably won't have any time pressed off to do that. Drill Deal Oil Tycoon now. Kind of booked up now with our ATS live stream night, our Forza night, and then Farm Sim. Trying to keep up with everything is pretty hard. Maybe they were going to... Maybe at one point they were going to have a way of packaging grapes or transporting grapes in big tote pallets. But then decided against it. Or maybe they ran out of time, right? So once we get growth on this field and our other fields in April, we'll know exactly where we didn't get our weeder. We'll have to bring out our hoe and finish it off. It would be nice if the deer spawned a little bit further away from you. But they do make a nice little aspect of giving the game a little bit of life to it. Giving the map a little bit of life. I'm sure at some point there will be a hunting mod. Schultz wants little tree rats. There we got you rolling. Ground is getting dark. Okay. Oh, there's Bigfoot. Watch out for Bigfoot. Alien Jim, what is up? Oh, it's a wolf. Wow. Wolfman, Bigfoot, Sasquatch. Either way, it's designed to scare little girls and boys. Look, we built out a winery. We expanded the old grape area. Just about time to go. How you doing, Alien Jim? How is your Saturday night? I guess you were here, weren't you? You were here for the build. Maybe you weren't. I don't remember. You enhanced it a little bit. Close encounters of the Wolfen kind. Or is it Wolfenstein? Oh, I'm doing good. Trying to think about what we're going to do for dinner. It's going on 4 o'clock here. Kind of a warm day out here today. How's the weather where everybody else is? It is what? It is 66. Can you see some of the stuff? Look, we decorated the place up with some of your stuff. Complete with magazine rack. It really annoys me when people can't park their cars right. Really. Maybe one day we'll tear this old barn down and put up a better one. The way this thing uses fertilizer, we won't need to put any more fertilizer in our sprayer for years. And something else that really annoys me is when the guests move my picnic tables, right? They were all nice and lined up. Then some people show up and just shove them around and get them all crooked. It totally annoys me. You know, some people know how to park. But then others are like, oh no, I can't be bothered. Let me just whip it in here crooked. Take up this side now. 43, 40s here. Snow tonight. Look, Rabbit Rod didn't get any snow during winter, but now that it's spring, he's got snow. That's what we need. We need a bus. So you need a. I guess you need different buses for different places, right? We need an American Greyhound bus. So we can have bus come in to do bus tours of the winery. It wouldn't do to have a broken down bus. Alright guys, that is going to do us for this part of the live stream. As I said, we're going to be back in 4 hours to do a live stream on the old stream farm. So if you are still up in 4 hours, be sure to drop by. Took out some silage contracts, so we got a silage contract work to do. As we continue to move that series through also, I'm going to go ahead and finish up my grape work here. And the next time we come back, which will be tomorrow evening, we'll do No Man's Land tomorrow night at 8 p.m. We'll switch it up. Which one is early, which one is late. We will be in April. We'll have our field weeded. We'll have this cultivated. And we'll be ready to plant our soybeans and corn. Figure out where we skipped our weeding and such. So until next time, aka 4 hours from now, happy farming.